The day Elvis Presley died, the world stopped for a moment. It was August 16, 1977, and the news spread like wildfire. Fans were in shock, and the media swarmed Memphis, Tennessee, trying to piece together the last moments of the king of rock and roll. Elvis was found in his bathroom at Graceland, his majestic mansion, where he had lived a life that was both legendary and tragic. Elvis Presley was more than just a singer. He was a cultural icon. From his humble beginnings in Tupelo, Mississippi, to his meteoric rise to fame, Elvis transformed the music industry and popular culture. His unique blend of rock and roll, country, and gospel captured the hearts of millions. But behind the fame and fortune, Elvis faced a series of personal and professional struggles that would ultimately lead to his premature death at the age of 42. Elvis's journey began in a small two-room house where he was born on January 8, 1935. His family was poor, but they were rich in spirit and faith. Elvis grew up listening to gospel music in church, which would later become a significant influence on his music. His mother, Gladys, was his constant support, and his father, Vernon, worked hard to provide for the family. Despite their financial struggles, Elvis was a happy child, always dreaming of something more. In 1953, Elvis's life changed forever when he stepped into Sun Records in Memphis to record a song as a gift for his mother. Sam Phillips, the owner of Sun Records, heard Elvis's raw, powerful voice and saw something special. Phillips believed in Elvis and gave him a chance to record. It was the beginning of a musical revolution. Elvis's first single, That's All Right, became an instant hit and launched his career. Elvis's rise to fame was meteoric. He appeared on national television, including The Ed Sullivan Show, where his energetic performances and rebellious image made him a sensation. His movies, like Love Me Tender and Jailhouse Rock, added to his fame, and his music continued to top the charts. But with fame came pressure and expectation. Elvis struggled with the demands of his career and the loss of his beloved mother, who died in 1958. Her death was a profound blow, and Elvis never fully recovered from the loss. Elvis's life took a turn when he was drafted into the Army in 1958. He served in Germany, where he met and fell in love with Priscilla Beaulieu. Their relationship would eventually lead to marriage and the birth of their daughter, Lisa Marie. However, Elvis's time in the Army also marked the beginning of a decline in his career. When he returned to the U.S., the music industry had changed, and the Beatles were the new stars. Elvis's movie career, which had once been a source of success, became a series of formulaic films that bored his fans. Despite the challenges, Elvis made a comeback in 1968 with a TV special that reinvigorated his career. He returned to live performances and became a Las Vegas staple, known for his extravagant stage shows and iconic white jumpsuits. However, the pressures of fame, his personal life, and his growing dependence on prescription drugs took a toll on his health. In the final years of his life, Elvis struggled with weight gain, drug addiction, and a series of failed relationships. His performances became less frequent, and his health deteriorated. The end came on that fateful day in August 1977, when Elvis was found in his bathroom at Graceland, a tragic end to a life that had once been so full of promise and joy. The story of Elvis Presley is a tale of incredible talent, fame, and the price of stardom. It's a story that continues to inspire and captivate people around the world, long after his passing. The legend of the king of rock and roll lives on, a testament to the enduring power of his music and the indelible mark he left on the world. Elvis and Colonel Tom Parker had a complicated relationship. From the beginning, Colonel Parker took control of Elvis's career, shaping it in ways that would make Elvis one of the most famous and successful entertainers of his time. But their partnership was not without its ups and downs. In the early days, Colonel Parker was instrumental in getting Elvis signed to RCA Records, which was a huge step for his career. He also arranged many of Elvis's early movie deals, which brought in significant money and increased Elvis's fame. However, as time went on, Elvis began to feel the strain of Parker's control. Parker was known for being very protective of Elvis, sometimes to the point of being overbearing. He often made decisions without consulting Elvis, and this led to friction between them. One of the biggest issues was Parker's reluctance to let Elvis travel abroad. He believed that Elvis should focus on the American market, and avoid the risks and costs of international tours. This frustrated Elvis, who wanted to expand his audience and try new things. Despite this, Parker's influence was so strong that Elvis often went along with his plans, even if he didn't agree with them. Elvis's Army service from 1958 to 1960 was a significant period in his life. Parker made sure that Elvis's career didn't suffer during this time by arranging for him to make records and movies while he was serving. However, when Elvis returned, he found that his career had started to decline. The movies he was making were becoming less popular, and his music was no longer topping the charts. This was a source of great stress for Elvis, and he began to doubt Parker's judgment. Parker's management style also affected Elvis's personal life. He often warned Elvis against getting married, believing that it would hurt his image and career. Despite this, Elvis married Priscilla in 1967, and the relationship between Elvis and Parker became even more strained. Parker was known for his jealousy and possessiveness, and he didn't like anyone else having influence over Elvis. Elvis's drug dependence became a serious problem in the late 1960s and early 1970s. Parker was aware of this but didn't do much to help, partly because he didn't want to interfere with Elvis's performances. This led to a showdown between Elvis and Parker in 1972, where Elvis confronted Parker about his control and the state of his career. It was a turning point, but it didn't lead to a complete break. Instead, it resulted in a temporary truce. Parker's illegal status in the United States also caused problems. He was not a U.S. citizen, and this made him vulnerable to deportation. This added to the tension between him and Elvis, as Elvis was concerned about the potential legal issues. Despite these issues, Parker continued to manage Elvis until the end. When Elvis died in 1977, Parker was still his manager. The relationship had been long and complex, with moments of success and failure. But it was clear that Elvis's career and life were deeply intertwined with Parker's influence. Elvis's personal life was also marked by a series of significant relationships. His marriage to Priscilla was one of the most notable, but it was not without its challenges. Priscilla was a constant presence in Elvis's life, and their relationship was often the subject of media attention. They had a daughter, Lisa Marie, in 1968, but their marriage began to deteriorate in the early 1970s. Elvis's drug use and his frequent absences due to his performances put a strain on their relationship. They eventually divorced in 1973, but they remained close, and Priscilla played a significant role in Elvis's life until his death. Elvis's relationship with his parents, Vernon and Gladys, was also a crucial part of his life. Gladys was a powerful influence on Elvis, and her death in 1958 was a devastating blow. Vernon, while supportive, was often overshadowed by Gladys, and he struggled with his own health issues. Elvis's relationship with his parents was a source of comfort and stress, and their influence shaped many of his decisions. Throughout his career, Elvis faced numerous challenges, including health issues, personal struggles, and the pressures of fame. Despite these challenges, he remained a beloved figure, and his music continues to inspire and influence people around the world. His legacy is a testament to his talent and the enduring impact he had on the music industry and popular culture. Elvis Presley's life was a whirlwind of fame, music, and complex relationships. From his humble beginnings in Tupelo, Mississippi, to becoming the king of rock and roll, Elvis left an indelible mark on the world. His journey began with a simple dream of making music, and evolved into a life filled with both incredible highs and devastating lows. Elvis's early days at Sun Records in Memphis were pivotal. There, he found his unique sound blending country, blues, and rock and roll. His first hits like That's All Right and Blue Moon of Kentucky set the stage for his rise to stardom, but fame brought challenges. The pressures of constant attention, the demands of the music industry, and the expectations of his fans often weighed heavy on him. Elvis's move to RCA in 1955 marked a new chapter. His career skyrocketed with hit after hit, and he became a cultural icon. Movies like Love Me Tender and Jailhouse Rock solidified his status as a Hollywood star. But the glitz and glamour of Hollywood couldn't fill the void he felt inside. His relationships, including his marriage to Priscilla, were often strained by his fame and the scrutiny of the public eye. During his time in the army, Elvis found a sense of normalcy and camaraderie. He served in Germany, where he met many friends who would remain loyal to him throughout his life. However, his return to civilian life was marked by a series of less successful movies and a growing disconnection from his roots. The 1960s saw Elvis experimenting with different musical styles and returning to live performances. His 1968 comeback special was a defining moment, reminding the world of his musical genius and reinventing his image. The 1970s brought new challenges, including health issues, drug use, and the strain of his personal relationships. Despite these struggles, Elvis continued to perform, connecting with his fans through his powerful voice and magnetic stage presence. Elvis's final years were marked by a deep sense of loneliness and a struggle to find balance. His close-knit group of friends, known as the Memphis Mafia, provided support, but even they couldn't shield him from the pressures of his life. His health deteriorated, and on August 16, 1977, Elvis Presley passed away at Graceland, his beloved home in Memphis. Elvis's legacy lives on through his music, which continues to inspire generations. His influence on pop culture is immeasurable, and his story is a testament to the complexities of fame and the human spirit. Despite the challenges he faced, Elvis's passion for music and his connection with his fans remain a timeless reminder of the power of art to touch hearts and bring people together.